Hello, welcome to this overview of the crowdsourced funding equity raising product package produced by ESS BIZTOOLS. This webinar is titled, It's Time for Crowdsourced Funding, and indeed it is. Capital raising can now commence. The first group of intermediaries have been appointed by Australian Security of Investment Commission. This has taken some time, but at last you're able to proactively talk to your clients and prospects who might be interested in raising capital to assist them in their business journey. Let's look at the eligibility requirements. Group turnover under $25 million. Group gross assets valued at less than $25 million. Not listed on a stock exchange anywhere in the world. Now, they're the legal requirements. And companies can raise up to $5 million annually from the public. There is a limit on individual retail investors at $10,000 each. There is no limit on how much a sophisticated investor can invest. So what's the process? First of all, the entity has to be a company and has to meet the group turnover rules and the gross asset rules and the stock exchange listing. And I believe that the company's directors and management will need to have a realistic plan for growth. Now, have you got those sort of clients? I'm sure you have. You've probably got quite a number of them. They're a company, they meet the turnover and the gross asset rules, they're not listed on a stock exchange, and they've got a fire burning in their belly. They're wanting to achieve something. They've got a good idea or they've got a good business already underway. What they need to make it grow further is some cash. Now, they might want to utilize some capital to pay out some loans or pay off credit cards or fund the business expansion or fund new acquisitions. Why don't you sit down and have a think about the clients that have those sorts of requirements? They could be the people to approach for crowdsourced funding. How are you going to promote crowdsourced funding to your clients and to your prospects? Your own website by having some interesting articles, social media, Facebook, Twitter, seminars and webinars. Present a seminar on crowdsourced funding. All of the material that you will require is contained within the ESS BIZTOOLS crowdsourced funding equity raising product package. Also, you'll have some templates of news releases contained within that package that you can use. And there's also some templates of emails that you might want to send to your clients and prospects to clearly indicate to them that your firm is very proactive in assisting businesses to be able to raise capital. So what do your clients need? They will need you to give them a clear understanding of how crowdsourced funding operates. It is different. They'll obviously need a vision for their company, a vision that they can express and put into writing. It's a good idea for them to have a market analysis. What is their product or service? Where does it fit into the market? Where is that market going? And then, based on the market analysis, a marketing plan. And then a corporate chart. Who's who in this organization? Who is the CEO or the general manager? Who are the other key people in the business? And from that, a business plan, budgets and cash flow forecasts looking at the next 3 years, an information memorandum that contains the information that has to be disclosed according to the Companies Act. And your client is going to need a clear understanding of what the intermediary's role is, because they have a very important role to play. So the selection of an intermediary will be very important for your client to undertake, and they will need an accountant's or business advisor's input on that. ASIC has currently appointed 7 intermediaries, and there is an expectation that more will be appointed shortly. The legislation doesn't specify a set fee to be paid to an intermediary. The government has left that for your client to be able to negotiate that with an intermediary. Therefore, I believe most companies are going to need some assistance from their accountant or advisor to have a conversation with 1, 2, or 3 of the intermediaries to understand the services that the individual intermediary will supply, and also have an appreciation as to what that intermediary's fee will be. Doesn't all have to be paid in cash. Some component of it could be in shares in the company. The big thing is it needs to be disclosed in the documentation. Therefore, I believe that most companies that you are going to deal with will need assistance in selecting an intermediary. Your clients need to understand the intermediary's role. The intermediary is specifically referred to in the Federal Treasurer's overview of this legislation to be a gatekeeper. They have a role to play on behalf of ASIC. They check the documentation. They approve the crowdsourced funding offer document. They operate the platform. They also have to operate a communications facility. And there has to be investment warnings issued to potential investors. They receive the share applications and the payment, and they remit that money to your client's company when the offer has closed. They have to ensure the 5-day cooling off period is operational. And they provide the company with the cash raised if the minimum subscription has been reached, less their negotiated fee if in cash. And they obviously supply the company with the names and addresses of the new shareholders. There's the names of the intermediaries which have been appointed. At this stage, there is a strong expectation that there will be more intermediaries appointed. Now, this presents great opportunities for smaller, medium enterprise businesses to be able to raise some capital. But it also presents a great new income stream for most accountants and advisors. So why not grasp it? Because the accountants work out of that list of activities that I summarized earlier that I think needs to be done to get a company investment ready to be able to utilize crowdsourced funding includes the corporate chart, the business plan, budgets, cash flow forecasts, information memorandum, and the crowdsourced funding offer document. Not many clients will be able to prepare these types of documents to the standard that the intermediary will require, unless an accountant or a business advisor has helped them in that process. Obviously helped them on a fee-for-service basis. My estimate of the fees for that work will be $20,000 to $50,000. There's also the possibility that you could negotiate to be appointed the Chief Financial Officer and Company Secretary, offer a virtual CFO Company Secretary service to your clients. So the potential fee could be another $25,000 to $50,000 to supply the CFO service. We can assist you to offer this first-class service to your clients and prospects because we've produced a detailed product package to assist you to deliver these services, to save you the hundreds of hours that will be necessary in researching the legislation to develop your own. So we have a standalone ESS BIZTOOls crowdsourced funding package that you can subscribe to if you wish. or you can subscribe to the gold or silver packages of ESS BizTools, which will give you not only the crowdsourced funding package, but also all of the other packages and components of ESS BizTools Gold or Silver. If you've got any inquiries that you require further information on the types of products and services, and in particular crowdsourced funding product package that's available from ESS BizTools, please don't hesitate to contact us. Send me an email, peter@essbiztools.com.au, or telephone me on free number 1-800-232-088. Thank you for your interest in the ESS BizTools crowdsourced funding, equity raising product package. We look forward to your firm becoming a subscriber to ESS BizTools, and then we will look forward to communicating on a regular basis through our monthly subscribers webinars to you and your colleagues in your firm. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.